What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and fellow YouTubers? All of you have been very welcome on this video where I'm actually going to showcase a playthrough of the colony invasion simulation. Now, that is the one, or at least that is the new STF, if you can call it an STF. This is one of those 20-man missions that Cryptic has introduced with the new colony, the one which can get like lots of resources at one time, even though this is kind of like a hassle to get 20 men to go through one door. It's like hurdling cats, but at the end we actually did it. And I also want to say one thing, that I wasn't recording my voice, so I'm actually recording my voice over this video, so I'm going to give comment on my own video. That's awesome, right? But anyway, we had a little bit of technical difficulties in the beginning because all of the communication that we were doing went through the chat, and not everybody is as talkative or is looking at the chat as we all are. So maybe if you guys are going to do this same mission in the future, you might want to communicate a little bit better what the responsibilities and what the jobs are going to be for your particular character or your team or your group that you're going to be in. With that being said, let's get this video going. So the host from the map had a little bit of technical difficulties. He relogged, or he logged off, or anything like that, or something like that happened where he needed to restart the client or the game, and then he hit engage. So this is the beginning of this colony invasion simulation. And as you guys can see, our team is comprised of 3 tactical players and 2 engineers. And I would definitely recommend you guys utilizing 1 engineer and a science, and the rest could be DPS oriented, like, you know, tactical, maybe science, because science do a really good job on crowd control. And yeah, the rest is up to you, basically, as long as you're going to do a little bit of DPS. I highly recommend 2 tactical to get this team going, and the third one could be either or, tactical or engineering or science, whatever have you in that team, as long as you have like the basic 4 elements in your team comprised of tactical, or at least 1 engineer, 1 science, maybe 2 tactical, and the 5th one could be, you know, either or, doesn't really matter. So this is what it goes when it starts. Start just like the arena of Sompak. Different enemies, different rounds of enemies that are going to spawn in, and they're going to be attacking this shield generator that is behind this force field right here, or this cover shield, sorry. And the engineers are doing a really awesome job. They're placing down, like, you know, shield generators, or not shield generators, health generators that heal your hit points. Cover shields are really awesome to have. And I'm actually making a focus on this shield generator, so we can actually see the hit points that this thing is going to have. And then we just kill everybody in sight. I would highly recommend, if you are a tactical player, or if you're using science abilities, use some kind of grouping abilities. For me personally, I'm using the paradox bomb, because I really love that as an abilities. Right there it goes, and it groups all of the enemies at one single location. And after like an X amount of times, it's going to make like a really big, huge explosion, dealing damage to all of your enemies by flanking them. So this is the benefit for having 2 engineers. So you have 2 cover shields right there. Not really good with the camera, because that cover shield is really yeah, it's making the camera go really close to my character. And for those that are new to the channel or do not know who I am, right now I'm actually using a key binding file to activate all of my skills and abilities at whenever they are up. You can find a video explaining how to do that and why that is like beneficial for you on the channel, because I highly recommend you guys doing something like that, because it's like, you know, you can focus yourself on the on what's happening on the map, rather than seeing what kind of abilities is out of cooldown and it can be used or not. I'm just you know, sitting down. I'm using aiming mode, and I'm spamming all of my abilities one by one, and it's really awesome because, you know, I can focus on what's going on the battlefield and if that shield generator is up or not. Here we go, another disco ball going up. Apparently he is having fun right there. Something that I would recommend that I thought was really useful, like were these solar gateways, those solar flares, like turrets, what have you, that is like, you know, a pet ability that you can spawn in. That's going to help out with the DPS. Definitely use that. My paradox bomb is like the main focus on my character's build. Grouping them together is, you know, really awesome, because you basically know where your enemies are going to be, and they're going to get that flanking bonus at the end of that big explosion. Maybe you guys can see that right there when it goes off. No. And really awesome turrets from the Dranu colony itself, the one right there on your screen. Really liking that. The way it fires is really awesome, really cool animation right there. And the reach of the paradox bomb, look at how big that is. Like, it's pulling everybody to, you know, a single location, and you can basically use like an area of effect ability. Science do this really good. They basically bombard the entire area with damage abilities, and it's really nice. Yeah, on this map right now, I think we have about 18 people or something like that, and we also reached wave 5. And you guys are seeing all of my abilities are going off at whenever it is ready. And yeah, these guys are, you know, we are actually having a really good team. Maybe because the STF for this mission is fairly new and everybody is willing to do it, so they're like, you know, focused on doing this mission. But I'm really enjoying it. Something to keep in mind, on the right side, you guys are seeing shield generators 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are basically the hit points or the health of these generators. Also with their, you know, you can actually see that the teams are actually healing them a little bit, because you are seeing that the health is going down. The enemies are attacking them, but it's, you know, it's being regenerated again with those medical generators. And solar gateways are really awesome, really cool. Now this is something that is going to pop up every 5th wave, so 5, 10, 15, and so etc. It's going to ask you to continue or not to continue. Unfortunately, this thing popped up because our map right here had 21 players. And I have no idea how we reached 21 players, but we actually did reach 21 players. So this one, this colony invasion run actually was a big failure because we had too many people on the same map. But fear not, we are going to restart this colony invasion mission. And somebody's actually needed to leave from the map, and I'll skip this part and I'll continue to the other fifth wave where we actually left off. So right here, I actually thought about something like, why is my HUD up? Let's remove that. I'm actually not even getting any damage by these guys because they're basically low level. And I was like, let's remove the HUD. All of my abilities are going to be automated and they're going to be fired off as quickly as they are up or available. So I just not remove the HUD so you guys can have like a better experience enjoying this. This part right here actually scared the bejesus out of me. This guy is like Romulan, and he actually created the security team, and he beamed in 4 of these Romulan security guys. And I was like, no freaking way. The enemy has spawned 4 Romulans near me, and I basically thought to myself, had like a oh shit moment right there, because we are actually fighting Romulans, as you guys are seeing on the background. And that was kind of a I was like, what the hell just happened? But I guess that's just part of STO. All right, so the HUD is back. We are at wave 5. And so here we go. We got the continue. So we have 2 options: the end the simulation or continue the simulation. Now, obviously, we are going to continue this, and you can actually see if you want to end this simulation right here, you're going to get fleet marks, and then all of the 210, all of the fleet project thingamajigs. I forgot the name, what they're called, because they have like some. Oh yeah, this is really interesting. We have like turrets right there, and there is a cover shield in front of those turrets. So you basically need to go after the turret, and really good on George right there to actually do a area of effect kind of ability on the turret. So basically he destroyed the turrets so you don't have to go hunting them down. Here we go with the paradox bomb again. I definitely recommend that, guys. If you're doing this mission maybe once a day or something like that, because the rewards are really awesome, and you basically only need this maybe once or twice or 3 times, once every 3 days. I highly recommend that as an ability to use. Basically, it's like every time that there is a wave inbound, your paradox bomb is going to be out of cooldown. So every time you're going to get enemies, you can basically use that that ability. And as you guys are seeing on the left side, our team is comprised of 4 players, because we actually had to ask Phoebe, the other guy that was like doing some weird stuff to my character, actually to leave, because we had a lot of people. And this is really awesome. You have like a voice actor doing a voiceover. Don't goof around. You don't get extra points. So we're doing Klingons right now as enemies. And we have Colony Plasma Mortar. Really awesome. Really big. Not like those small mortars that we usually have. Nice. Now that beam that you guys are seeing across the screen, that is a healing ability that if I turn around, I'm going to get healed, or at least this character is getting healed. The restorative emitted pulse. And also, I highly recommend, if you're going to do DPS on this map, you're going to be the main source of damage, I highly recommend hypos. Hypos give you a boost to your damage dealt by your energy-based weapon. Highly recommend that. You guys are seeing that every 10 seconds or so. I'm actually using hypos. I'm using them like candy, because I really enjoy that extra damage that I can do. So lots of people running around in this map. buffing each other, buffing all of their abilities. Look at that paradox bomb. It's basically pulling everybody to one single location. And as you guys can see, all of the generators are, full of health, because this is a really cool 20-man mission, I should say. And everybody's doing basically the same thing, dealing DPS, trying to heal that shield generator. Right now, it doesn't have any. There it goes, medical generator. He just deployed one. So if that thing is going to take damage behind the cover shield, it's not going to be in direct. It's not going to be enemies don't have like line of sight to that generator, and it's going to heal everybody that is in the vicinity of that greenish circle that you guys see. You can also heal these shield generators when they take damage, obviously, but only you can actually heal them only when there are enemies around. So you cannot heal them in between, only when enemies are around. So those medical generators are, it's basically a must. And also, I would highly recommend something like that guy is doing on the right of your screen, those mines that you can put down, chronoton barriers. When enemies are going to spawn in, they basically are going to be vaporized by the amount of kinetic damage they're going to suffer. And he's really doing a really good job right there, flanking. Now I am getting healed because this guy is like attacking me. Nice. Awesome. And it's, another benefit of that, and I'm actually talking a lot more about this as an ability that I should be. The paradox bomb, when you're dealing with Klingons and stuff like that, people that are, or at least enemies that are willing to deal kinetic damage or like melee with their weapons, they are not going to get a chance because they're going to be pulled away from you. Something to think about. Now another round. We're basically at wave 10 right now, so all of the rewards right there, and everybody is voting for the continuation of this mission, like they should. Here we go. Medical generator down, and a cover shield. Now, this part right here is basically obvious. If you guys are going to be having these bugs as your enemy, keep in mind that if you're going to do radiation damage or damage over time abilities like plasma and stuff, no, plasma doesn't do that, but radiation does. They basically, radiation heals these guys. So keep that in mind, that not all of the damage types that you're going to be dealing towards a particular enemy is going to be good at that particular enemy. I don't know if the Borg is going to be in this stage, but I think in a later version, the Borg are also going to be part of like the enemies, so you definitely need one of those kinetic based damage, so the Borg cannot adapt, or one of those remodulators that is going to remodulate your energy based weapon, so the Borg is not going to adapt. Look at this guy with all of these mortars right there. He actually critted, so he got 3 of them, so that's really nice. The more pets, because these are pets basically, the more pets that you have, the more damage you're going to deal. And this guy is still spawning in those chronoton mines, so that is definitely cool tactics. Now we got bugs everywhere. Nice. Those solar flares as well, there's not is going to heal these bugs, so keep that in mind. It's not going to do enough damage to them. So it's maybe some other type of damage that you can deal with them. So, oh yeah, right. At this part, I'm actually telling them I would like to make a screenshot, a thumbnail for this video, and I'm actually telling them don't leave right away if you guys want to be in the thumbnail for the video. And the majority of them actually stayed, even though I made like lots of typos. Thumbnail. So I'm taking damage right now because these bugs, they spew out this goo, whatever it's called, plasma or whatever it is, that is dealing area of effect based damage, and I was just in the middle of that, but it's all good. And they're actually talking about it. I don't look best right now. Can I shower first? I miss my makeup too. They want to be right there, really pretty for the screenshot. And I was like, I have a little bit of knowledge on Photoshop, so I'll make you look pretty. Oh, that's awesome. Something that... Oh man, I forgot the name. What is that ability that basically has like that dome? Engineers have that. Is it barrier dome or something like that? Dome barrier, force field dome, or I don't know. It's basically an area of effect kind of that type deal. It has like a circle, so it pushes everybody that is inside that circle, pushes us away. That is, you know, could be something interesting for this shield generator as a tech. The engineer that we currently have, or at least had, doesn't have that ability, I guess. But he has that photonic barrier generator, so it's basically okay. So these guys are still doing that gooey substance that is like on the ground right there, and I'm still taking a little bit of damage. My shields are almost depleted. The immunity shield from the Nakul already procced, so that's not gonna go again. Here we go, wave 15. You don't get extra points for goofing around. Finish them off. Look at that, all of those flanking. Nice, right? Paradox bomb, man. Highly recommend that. But obviously it is up to you to do whatever you feel that is going to be beneficial to, you know, your character, the game style that you play. Don't take my advice. I'm the biggest noob around. All right, where are we? I'm actually using large power cells, as I already told you guys. That is going to increase your damage dealt by your energy-based weapon. And another thing that you guys might want to consider, all of your kit and kit abilities, like, you know, whatever kit modules you're going to have equipped, is going to be based off on your kit performance. Obviously, the higher that is going to be, the better those skills, or, you know, the more effectiveness they're going to be. Now, obviously, we are going to continue this. We are going to go all the way to the end. So the rewards obviously scale up. So we got 98 fleet marks and 840 of those, whatever they're called again, I forgot. Now, I'm actually looking at my inventory because I'm running out of power cells, large power cells. I'm actually running out. I actually had about like, I don't know, maybe 200 of them. And during this colony invasion simulation, I actually run out of those. So right now we are fighting the Jem'Hadar. That's why I actually had a damage debuff on my character, and I was like looking at it and I was like, that's not part of one of my buffs, is it? Well, that's obviously all of these enemies are going to be a somewhat random. You can actually choose what kind of enemies, or at least you can actually choose a group of enemies that have like, I don't know, maybe like 7 or 8 different enemies on when you're going to begin this thing. I actually don't know which one we actually chose, because this map is not part of like the fleet that I am currently. We have not unlocked the colony invasion, but the benefit of this is that you can actually do this. You can actually do this this mission even if it's not going to be on, you know, the map that your fleet currently have unlocked. Now a little bit of chat. No-win scenario. These guys are talking about the no-win scenario. We also got a lockbox right there. Whoa, lockbox! Some guy got an infinity prize pack. Do you guys actually see right now the benefits of having like a key binding and just spamming a particular key on your keyboard? I'm basically looking at the chat. I'm basically looking at what's going on. I don't have to look at my hotbar or, you know, to see what kind of abilities are available for me to activate. I'm actually using them one by one at, you know, whenever they are available. Right now I got a really big dot. Some kind of like mortar was coming in and I'm being healed. Look at that. By this by the generator from the Drunu colony itself. Nice, right? Also, you guys already know this, but my character for ground is a little bit overpowered. You guys are seeing like high crits in the 5,000, 6, 7. That's just my character. It's all good. It's all for fun. Nice. Don't mind the chat. These guys are funny. I don't know what happened right there, but I actually moved forwards somehow. Maybe like one of those cloaking grenades or whatever the Jem'Hadar has dealt like kinetic damage to my character, moving it forward. Don't know. Could be. Because I did not see anybody that was like behind me or anything like that. Don't mind the chat, guys. Don't mind it. These guys are really funny. Also, yeah, let me give you guys this as an advice. If you are willing to do this as a simulation to grab all of the resources that you need for fleet projects, join the channel called Simulation. You can see it on the chat right there, called Simulation. These guys basically do whenever they have the time, and then whenever they have, like, you know, the X amount of players that is needed to start this thing, they're going to start it off. And right now we actually need to go up the roof right here to shut down that mortar that is going to kill us. And we got, I think we have 2 or 3 guys that are going there each time. Yep, they just killed it. Nice. And also highly recommend, how many guys we got? 2. Okay, 2. Highly recommend security escorts for the tactical guys, some kind of turrets for engineers. That is going to help out with DPS. Because, you know, DPS is going to be something that you really need to have high on this map. Also, you know, so just going through my experience with this thing. Another round. Do you wish to continue? I actually wanted to click on no right here, but I was like, no, let's continue. Just for fun, just for you know, JK jokes. Obviously, I want to continue all the way to I think it's level 30 or wave 30. That when it ends. So just based, yeah, saying what I was saying right before this, based off of my experience, tactical characters are really a must, and also just as equal engineering characters are a must on this map, and also maybe not as you know, as needed to fulfill a role in this map, science or science-based characters, but science are really good in grouping enemies, even though there isn't a really good need for science with this particular map. They can dish out, you know, science that have like really awesome abilities. They can definitely dish out a lot of DPS. Don't get me wrong, science are really awesome in STO, but your main focus right here is healing this shield generator, and the other main focus is killing your enemies. So survivability and DPS is basically your 2 points right here. And I hope Cryptic is going to make some kind of, like, you know, different STF that science character or science-based characters with science abilities are going to be a must, just like they're doing right now. And thumbs up for Cryptic doing this. I really enjoyed it. 20 men in, you know, one particular map. It's really awesome. If you can have that, you're basically doing like a an event for your fleet, you know. Nice. Let's see, where are we? I used a large power cell, almost running out of those. Alright, let's see, who are we fighting? The Vaudoir. Yep, the Vaudoir we are fighting. I had a little bit of difficulty with one of these guys, if memory serves me right. I think it was like a captain or overseer. Yeah, overseer. Look at that damage splash that paradox bomb does. Nice. We got a little bit of a tornado going on the screen. Nice. And really, the engineer that we have right now, one of Doc. That is what he named his character. He's doing a really awesome job. And I should say all of these guys that are right here are doing a really awesome job. Everybody's killing everybody, and it's also healing the shield generator or keeping it alive. Nice. I wonder what those yellow things at the background are. Do you guys know those things? What are those yellow things? Are they like life pods or something? Nice. So high crits, 5k right there, nice. Almost 2k. I'm basically killing everybody like 2 times, 3 times over. Like one of those turret thingies again with like cover shields. Definitely deal like, you know, area of effect damage on those, killing them faster. I think it was this guy that, no. It gave me a little bit of trouble. Ooh, 7k right there, nice. Yeah, somebody pushed me backwards. I'm like, what happened? Now, I do have a particular buff, so that's why you're not seeing me move around that much. It's like, when I stand still for like, I don't know, 5 or was it 7 seconds, my energy-based damage that I'm going to deal with my weapon is going to increase. Oh, here's the Overseer that I had a little bit of trouble. I was like, dude, how many hits can you tank? But at the end, he died. Nice, right? I like this. You know, it's a really long engagement, but it's, you know, it keeps you busy and definitely cool to do with your fleet mates. And it would be even more awesome if you had some kind of like voice chat. There we go, security escort. Nice. Now each time I get knocked down or something like that, my buffs kind of reset, so I need to position myself somewhere where I think it's going to be beneficial for me as well to get a little bit of health from that generator. Alright, so this is wave 25 on the voting. So wave, obviously you guys are seeing all the rewards are scaling up. Nice. 184 and 1.5k on those provisions. And I'm actually looking, all of my power cells are, you know, I think I have like, I don't know, maybe 100 or something like that still up. And now we are doing the minor universe as an enemy. And I really enjoy that they are actually giving us a little bit of cooldown time. All right, here. If you guys are interested in numbers, my kit performance is like the highest amount that I could get, 240, and the rest are like as high as they can go. Kit performance is definitely something that you might strive for. All of your abilities are going to be having a better effect, going to deal more damage, are going to pull, in the case of my Paradox Bomb, is going to pull the enemies, and it's not going to let them go. So it's going to be much stronger as a version. And nearing the end right here, everybody is like talking, looking good guys, almost there. Keep it up. But it's really nice because, you know, having a team that actually knows what it's doing, it's really nice. And to be honest, it's not really, you know, rocket science, not really that complicated. Just keep this generator up and kill the enemy as fast as you can. Nice. And to be honest, like the one person or the one class that is doing the most work on this this mission is like the engineers. These guys have like a really awesome job that they need to fulfill. They need to place down, like, you know, mortars. They need to place down shield generators or health generators or cover shields. You know, they're basically the most active from the entire bunch right there. And I was very curious because these guys were talking about level 30, and I was, what happens at level 30? Typo. It's the one hard wave. Apparently at the end, I did not know that. Apparently at level 30, the last wave is really hard. And you guys are going to see it in a little bit. Because we're at level 28 right now. Killing off these guys. Got that immunity shield going on because I did take a little bit of damage. My health, or at least my shield's hit points were like depleted. So that is definitely an awesome thing. If you haven't invested in that, that is one of those Nakul rewards that you get from missions. Don't really remember which one it was, but it's part of a ground set. And I highly recommend you guys grabbing that. You basically need the 2-piece set, and the way I'm actually doing it is I'm actually having the shield and the weapon, and the weapon is basically my secondary weapon. I'm not even using that, and it actually counts. Look at that, my my hypos are gone. When I started, I had like, I think I had like 3 rows or something like that. It's like gone. And there is a vendor at the Earth Space Stack where you can grab these guys, or these hypos. Also at one of the, at the Flotilla, and also at Kronos, if you want to grab those for your Klingons and Romulans. Characters.
Watch out for enemy mortar fire. Hit from behind. They've got a targeting device on the upper floor. Take care of it, or else.
Oof. Don't remember that part. That was really bright. Oh, this is level 30. Right. 2 of my, or at least one of my team member and the other one actually left the area, and it was really hard for us to actually kill everybody because they kind of left at the wrong moment. And you're going to see it right there. This guy actually left to go up the tower to kill that mortar that is basically going to kill these guys, and also the other guy that was like not in the fleet, but he was like sitting here with us, actually left. So there were only 3 people right here with lots of enemies, and yeah, we had a really hard time right here. And my immunity shield kicked in, so I couldn't kick in, and it's not going to kick in again, and then I just died. Right? Fortunately, I didn't use that paradox converter or whatever it's called, so I could res myself really quickly and prevent the shield generator from being destroyed. And obviously these guys are willing to help us on the chat. You guys are seeing Generator 3, watch it, need help. Because obviously the more generators we save, the better the outcome is going to be. So definitely need that. And there it was, a level 30 at the end. There is only a end vote. You cannot continue more. And I thought that there was a accolade when you're going to complete this. Basically, I did not get it, but this is what you get at the end of wave 30. You're going to get 245 fleet marks and 2,100 of those provisions. Now, what I just did right here, and you guys are going to see that my computer is going to lag a little bit right here. It's like, huh? Why is that guy frozen? And then I was like, okay. There we go. Battery provision, luxury provision, and all provisions.
Then I'll be impressed. Still, you deserve a reward for the effort. Here you go. Enjoy.
And right here, I actually asked those guys to not to leave, remember? And I actually wanted to make them be part of this thing. And I actually SG1 reporting it. That is awesome. So I wanted to make a screenshot, the thumbnail for this video. So I started demo recording. Demo recording is a piece of software that comes with Star Trek Online. There is no added anything, no added software needed or anything like that. And it's really good if you want to make screenshots. So that is what I actually did right here. And I was looking around if there is going to be anybody else that is going to come. And I was actually asking this Nicholas right here, but I basically typed in the wrong name to face the other way, so he could be at the screenshot as well. Because everybody's facing this way and he's facing backwards. But at the end, he gets the idea. And I think we get one more, right? There we go. Yep. That is it. That is the entire team that we actually did this mission. Let's see. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 out of a 20 men. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. It was really, really awesome to do it with you guys. Thank you so much. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this playthrough of the colony invasion simulation. It is really has been my, or at least wow, it has been my pleasure to do this with you guys, and really enjoyed it. Hope you guys had a little bit of entertainment, as always, a little bit of fun coming out of this channel, and I hope to see you guys on the next video. For now, take care, and later.